taking all of their toys away. Alright, so Mono Black Banefire. If you haven't seen this deck before, this is a Mono Black control deck that plays a Singleton Mountain to fetch with Thaumatic Compass, as well as Treasure Map to make red mana to finish the game off with Banefire. You can also theoretically win the game by -2ing Karn to make Karn Structs, or buying something back with Eldest Reborn, but a lot of your games end with a big giant Banefire. Let's hop into some matches here, shall we? This is a favorite that we've played a bunch of times in the past. It's on my website. Find a ton of it on the YouTube channel, and it's one that I'm always happy to play when it comes back up. With the slow start that Warhammer Champions have had, do you think it will ever take off as a game? I don't think the Warhammer Champions game is ever going to be like Hearthstone or Magic. I think it'll be a fine niche product that can likely survive and be very successful as a niche card game, but I would be surprised if it's ever as big as some of these other games. Thoughts on that change? I mean, the Contempt does more than just beat midrange and control, though. It's a flexible card that's, like, a little bit clunky, but it's also, like, okay against aggro. I think this deck already lines up well against a lot of control decks, so I'm not sure that I like adding more cards to it to make it better against control. Is there a max number of decks you can have on Arena, like Hearthstone? I don't believe so. And don't get me wrong, I love the Warhammer card game, but it's just like very hard for new games to break into a market like this. They generally have to have a lot of money behind them. If Valve had made the Warhammer card game instead of the terrible game that Artifact turned out to be, it'd probably be very successful. But you generally have to have piles of money to like break into a really established market. I think the way the Warhammer game has gone about their stuff, too, is very smart, though. Like, they released on mobile first before working on a PC client. The max number of decks is 64. Sounds right. Abzan life gain. Interesting. You want to avoid playing your mountain not only because it conceals a little bit of information, but also because it makes your Cabal Strongholds worse to play your mountain sooner. I missed it. Is Artifact now dead before it even started? Their player numbers dove off a cliff. Their economy is bottoming out. It's got bad reviews all over the place. A bunch of the big players that announced that they were going all in on Artifact have mostly stopped playing it and making content for it. So it depends on what you mean. I'm maybe a little bit greedy here and choose not to Ritual of Soot 2 for 1 and get these treasure maps going a little bit more. I can take a hit for 4 here just fine. I definitely think Valve can do better than they've currently done with Artifact, but even once they do better, their game is still going to be incredibly niche. The problem was they started with a game that was niche and then messed it up even for the people in that niche. To tell you that I have faith that Artifact's probably going to correct things, I probably own a full playset of every card in Artifact at the moment. I might have looked at the price that it was like 120 bucks to own every card in their first set, and I was like, they might fix this at some point. I'm just gonna like buy the $60 worth of cards I'm missing to have everything. I get to write it off as a business expense too, since I streamed it a bit, so it's like, you know, easy choice. Standard Scapeshift. Unfortunately, Sarah, there just isn't really a playable standard Scapeshift deck. They're all pretty bad. We've tried a couple, and they've just been really mediocre every time. Yeah, we have Eldest Reborn and Karn Structs. I'd be kind of surprised if Artifact came to mobile. The game's pretty busy. Reassembling Skeleton's kind of annoying. Glad I have this Contempt. What do you think Scanner and Shapeshift would need to be playable? I really hope that there is a Maze's End waiting to be spoiled. I would love to play Maze's End in Standard. That sounds like a great meme. The greatest of memes, even. Yeah, we have a 4 CMC ramp spell that finds gates too. I'm gonna be extremely disappointed. There's no Maze's End. That's so sad. That's such a huge letdown if there's no Maze's End in this set. I basically have to declare the set a failure before we even see it if there's no Maze's End in it. What a disappointment. Way to disappoint the fans, Morrow. Screw the storyline. I want something to do with my scape shifts.
I battled with the forces of some solutions.
Oh, is there a third Rav set? There could be a third Rav set. I keep forgetting that there's 3. I think they keep going back between like 1 and 2 and 3 set things. I just assumed there were 2. You don't have to Banefire them. For people asking how do you Banefire them, do you see the amount of power I have in play at the moment? Oh no, Jace comes back? Well, the third set has to suck if Jace comes in. Everything Jace gets involved in is just terrible, right? Thanks for the war leader, opponent. I appreciate you. There's an upcoming set that's set in Rav, but the focus is not Rav. That's interesting. Oh, it could. They could put Maze's End in a core set. That's true. I think they kind of look like Halo characters. Did anybody else play that FPS as a child? No, just me. Who am I kidding? There are a ton of people in this chat who have played lots of Halo. I am certain. All right, so we're done here. Notoriously Ditch Game Series Halo. Yeah, that one. Wow, brutal. I accept only because it allows this game to continue occurring. Oh, they didn't get these. They didn't get these. Getcha. How do we kill them from that many health? I don't know, chat. How are we gonna kill them from that much health? The old pocket sand. I think they're dead next turn, right? Are you ready? Banefire's ready. I don't know if that swamp's lethal, but I'm gonna assume it is. Scry to get 3 more treasures. We'll leave Josu as a backup. Oh yeah, this is totally lethal. Woo! Didn't even need the treasure tokens. Alrighty. Ha! Got him. Alright, so what are they doing? What are they doing? They have like some cheap dorks. They have the stupid cat that makes tokens that probably makes this cast down good. Thaumatic Compass is probably a little bit mediocre. Ritual of Soot misses their Relic Warder as well. So maybe this card's not fantastic. Bring him extra Josu too. Mostly because I love him. He's great. Brings the whole horde along with him. This pack of friends. Now, I think between 2 Banefires, 4 Eldest, and Karn, we should have plenty of ways to actually end the game. It's really good. I guess it's a little bit weak if they have an aggressive opening hand, but if they have an aggressive opening hand, I can, like, Discovery on 2 to, like, dig deep for some removal spells rather than Thaumatic Compass. The Discoveries were a really good addition to this deck. Having a cantrip in black is really powerful. Yeah, split mana. Settle does search for tokens. This might be a little slow, but I think it's worth keeping here. We'll go land Compass next turn, land Contempt the following turn. Should WotC be concerned about the relatively small amount of viewers the MPL sponsors so far? Is it just a starting out sort of thing? I have no idea. I don't know what their expectations are. I don't know what they consider good numbers to be. In my experience doing stuff on Twitch, nobody on Twitch just has a bunch of people all of a sudden overnight. There's a lot of build up. There's a lot of consistency is a big thing too. Like, one of the... Owen had mentioned the MPL streamers are only required to stream, like, 10 hours a week, which in my experience is kind of a tough number to, like, build up consistency with, especially if they're not streaming on the same days each week. I'm not sure, UK. I don't think so, but you can double check the deck queue on my website to confirm. All the build arounds that have been donated for have been added to that already. Yes, yeah, exactly. Your real pains. All right, let's get some Karn structs going.
I am awakened.
Oh my god. He might just eat a Contempt here. Maybe I'm supposed to plus him just so he eats, in case he eats a Contempt. Their lands are golden because they have a Chromatic Lantern in play.
I'm good at what I do, and what I do is win.
Opponent must be new. They didn't realize they don't have to sacrifice something to this. It's mostly irrelevant because it would have just been higher loyalty when it died to the Eldest Reborn, but something to note, if you're playing with this card, you may sacrifice another permanent, so you can +2 her and then choose to sacrifice nothing.
I don't die that easily.
Yeah, that would be an interesting way to do it, Kami Pizza. Tom Tracy, thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome back. And thank you for the sub gifty just now. Wow. Well, I'm glad we played the Eldest Reborn out because it was going to have diminishing returns real quick there. More Bezo Bucks, Zigzags. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. There's that cast down in here, right? Let's kill this one with fire. Yeah. Hopefully. So one of the MPL streamers had said that they hadn't actually met with, they hadn't met with Wizards of the Coast yet with the MPL streamers, which seems late since it's 2019 already, but hopefully once they get all their stuff figured out, they'll have them more organized. Like, the fact there's not, like, a page where you can, like, find all their streams and stuff like that and all these other things. I don't know. I have a lot of things that... If Wizards had come to me and said, hey, Jeff, could we pay you to organize this? I would have done things very different than what they've done so far. But... start by plussing this.
I'll make use of that later.
Okay. Are subscriptions re-ups not possible through the... Well, you're currently still subscribed to Drop. The iOS app does not let you subscribe, but the Android app should. I think I'm actually going to sacrifice a land. I know I'm, like, close to Josu going off here, but I think I just want to draw a card. Hey, Valmaz, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate you putting your Bezo Bucks this way this month. And Jab Dude, thanks for keeping me employed here. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine with that.
What was lost is now...
Sack Karn, play another one. That seems aggressive.
Everyone is expendable, except me.
Except me. We do have a lot of cards. I think I'm gonna uptick this card and then plan to just downtick him a whole bunch. There's an application running on my computer that sends information whenever a game action happens on my computer screen. It reads a log file and then uploads the information from that log file to Twitch. So that way people watching at home can see it on the overlay. And now I have this card, which actually works well with their Vraska, which makes sense because they're both my opponent's card. Correct, yeah, it's not doing image recognition. Alright, so they're dead, so I get to emblem their Vraska. This was a good first game, right? Like, it showed good first match. It showed, like, we have a Banefire win and we have the old The old Eldest Reborn win. Triggers. That's true, Misfit. I hadn't thought about that. It does make delay a little bit interesting sometimes. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks, everybody, for dropping into my stream today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. I play a ton of Standard almost every afternoon during the week here on Magic Arena. I also play some Modern and some Legacy, Magic older non-rotating formats on Magic Online in the mornings. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support, so big shout out to all of them as always. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. They do Standard, Modern, and Legacy tournaments. Hey, Dark Knight DC, thanks for sharing that Prime this way. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed. Their next tournament's going to be this Saturday, January 12th, and if you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in their tournament, you can watch their coverage every single month at twitch.tv/NRG series. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards directed to their players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And of course, Nuggies Smash with the brand new Prime support. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. You can ship those anywhere you want on Twitch, and I appreciate you using them to support my content here. Thanks for dropping into Hoaglandia, everybody. There's a lot of different things going on online. That's media that you could be consuming, and thanks for dropping in here. Did WotC remove the vault? They did not. The vault still exists. It's just hidden until you get to 100%. So the vault doesn't pop up until it's full. You ever considered recording a video of your shills that goes through it every time? I'd probably save you a lot of vocal over these. Nah, I think it's more, it's far more organic if I don't pre-record the shill. I prefer the authenticity of saying it every time. It allows me to give you the flexibility to like answer a chat question in the middle if someone has a question about one of the sponsors. It allows me to thank subs that happen mid shill. I'm getting Red Bull delivered for the kiddos. The kiddos aren't getting Red Bull anytime soon. As much as Declan would probably love it. Yeah, also that if I didn't like hearing my own voice, I probably wouldn't be doing this job. Nice, Dark Knight. We're actually going to play another iteration of Grixis Dragons later today, and I actually just recently updated the build of that deck on my website as well. We're kind of in a medium spot here at the moment. Eldest Reborn and Golden Demise both line up really poorly against the cards my opponent has in play. Really need to find a Vraska's Contempt here ASAP. Brutal. Our answers are comically bad at the moment. Do not, if you buy your bits on mobile, there's a big upcharge for them, UK. I really wish they would pop something up telling you that, because when you buy bits on mobile, anytime you put money through a mobile application, the ecosystem for that mobile app has to take a cut. So there is some upcharge to buy bits, but it's only 100% like that on mobile. Well, Ritual of Soot doesn't kill these. Yeah, if I could Soot and then Golden Demise away the tokens, I'd be in a fine spot. But unfortunately, that's not an option. Right, if I find a Vraska's Contempt, I could still be okay here because the Thaumatic Compass is about to flip over. I guess I could have... Maybe this was a mistake. I could have dispersaled them. Maybe I'm just supposed to do that. Second Compass. Aces. Perfect. Just like we drew it up, chat. I like this mono black deck too. It's one of my favorite decks in the format. Probably my favorite. I don't know if I could say it's my favorite control deck, because the white-red land destruction deck's kind of a control deck, and I like that one a lot too. It's a shame the Ritual of Soot can't team up, I agree. Spire's Thaumatic Compass. I can say Thaumatic Compass is just one of my favorite cards in this format, though. It just does so much. Very, very subtly powerful. And next turn I get to Ritual of Soot and clean their board up. So if I don't get burned out, we should be in an amazing spot here. We can avoid getting Banefired and Lightning Struck. We should be getting ready to pivot here. Don't you wish that mojo on me? Do you wish lightning strikes hit me from above? Huh. I think I'll take one of these. I don't think I want both. Justice raids from above, exactly. God, it's been forever since I've touched Overwatch. I think they've added a character since the last time I played. After I get moved, that's probably gonna be something I poke at again. Have they added 2 characters? Really? Thaumatic Compass can stay right there. I've played with the hamster ball. I've played with the hamster ball. Unless Hammond is something else. I've not played the female bandit cowboy. I've not played with Ash. Alright. That's infinite mana. Got it. Y'all ready to kick it? Thump. I think this deck's much better than Allie's Chromatic Black deck. I think Allie's Chromatic Black deck is super clunky and greedy and doesn't respect aggressive decks enough. It has too many cards that just don't do anything. So, if we don't get burned out here, they're dead. This is 20 power. We're gonna punch through these blockers. They could have spot removal here, right? Yeah, we could get like lava coiled and stuff out of the game. Fair. They had to be drawing something, right? We're gonna kill these birds. The birds are dead. We have been blessed. I love Josu. He's my favorite. Dunk, 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 dunk. If you haven't seen this deck before and you think it's awesome, this is one of the many insane sweet decks hiding in this format. God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. Listen, that was just, let's be honest with ourselves, chat. That was just good television. Can we just call a spade a spade? That was just good TV, okay? Just good clean television. Oh, magic. How can I donate for the opponent? Eldest Reborn seems a little mediocre here. I'm gonna trip 2 of those. Alright, let's run it. I subscribe for moments like that, don't we all, Bison? Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Gosh, we were so close. We stabilized. We drew all the cards. Magic. Why you gotta do me dirty, Magic? You gotta put them all together, you game. We play Arcane Encyclopedia because I like drawing Magic the Gathering cards. Perfect. Thank you for the support. Well, it would be rude, except I have, I want that land on top, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit this too, just because I would, I'd like to get a counter on it. So that's 4. All right, I'm gonna play Karn, and I'm gonna down tick and make a Karn Struck, because it'll be a 5/5. No, we never ended up comboing with the Infinite Dinos. They were just too clunky and had too many pieces going on. Missing land drops, gonna call it a day. Fair. Do I want this Golden Demise back in if they're on Adanto Vanguards? Probably, especially on the draw. Eldest Reborn becomes even more clunky. We did get to 8 Polyraptors, that's true. We did an 8 Polyraptor opponent conceded game. This hand's fine. Like, not amazing, but fine. It's got a cast down. It's got Encyclopedia. If they have an Adanto Vanguard early, Josu just comes down as a 4/5, which is reasonable. Josu's hidden mode, as we like to call it. The 4-mana 4/5 with Menace. The old roadblock. No 2-drop is great for us. Hopefully they play the 3-mana Angel here and we just get to cast it down. Use our mana efficiently. No land. We'll also take that. We run away with the game very quickly if they don't make land drops. If they miss here again, it's probably done. Unfortunate, kind of lackluster second 2 games there after a sweet first one. Good television for the first one. I'd be very surprised if multiplayer formats were on the roadmap for Magic Arena. It's very difficult to fit more than 2 players efficiently into a board state that's not super confusing to look at. Would you like to counter my 4-mana 4/5? I play the traditional play because I like the flexibility to make edits to my decks between matches, and I don't really care about the ability to earn prizes because I have a pretty complete Magic Arena collection. Duels wasn't real Magic. Duels never even had full standard in it. It's really unfortunate here. If I'd have hit a land there and gotten to play this Eldest Reborn, we'd be ahead in a really big way here, but instead we're just at parity now. That's how they get to counter my play, which sucks. I guess if they have like a Contempt, they might just let me draw a card and then kill this.
You are acting unwisely.
I think I just get this other Eldest Reborn down proactively here as well. He discarded Sabotage, so their hand is really good. Karn. Start drawing some cards.
I advise that you...
Oh, I sequenced that wrong. This is a really big punt. So I stacked my triggers wrong. So if I would have stacked these triggers in the other direction, they wouldn't have been able to... So the way active player, non-active player works, after a trigger resolves, the active player regains priority, which means if I would have stacked it so my reanimation trigger resolved second, after Karn resolved, I would have gotten to activate his ability before my opponent has a chance to remove him from the game. But because my Karn was in play with another trigger on the stack, I couldn't activate him, and they were able to remove him before I activated it there. So it's actually a really good example of why being able to order your triggers is important on occasion. There's a lot of situations where it just doesn't matter, but that was one where it did. Sagas do not trigger during your draw step. Sagas trigger at the beginning of your main phase. It's very confusing because it happens right after you draw, but they do trigger during your main phase. No, that's not true, Duo, because you choose the target for the reanimation when you put the trigger on the stack, not when it resolves. So whatever they're discarding, I can't choose to resolve. Games like this one, where you're playing against a control deck, Plaguecrafter is one of your anti-control cards. It can take a card out of their hand when they don't have a threat. When they do have a threat, it can take that off the table. Second Josu's a real awkward draw early. I don't think that's true, jumping up and down. Please cite a source. Triggers don't, in fact, I know it's wrong. Triggers don't move through phases. They trigger at the beginning of your main phase. They don't trigger on your draw step and then resolve in your main phase. That's nonsense. That's a really weird syncopate. I feel like they must just have a bunch of counterspells that they syncopated there. There's a deck list on your screen. Alternatively, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. So I'm choosing to jam my Karn here on turn 4. And the reason why I'm jamming it on 5, sorry, as opposed to on 4, is because when my opponent has 4 mana up, they can Chemist's Insight, which makes them even more likely to draw a counterspell. So generally speaking, if you have something that's generally a must counter card, you want to play into their mana on the turn they have 4 mana up, rather than the turn they have 3 mana up. Maybe I should get my mountain there. Oh man, are we about to Josu them? I think we're about to Josu them. Am I one short? God, I'm one short. What a tilt. What an unreasonable tilt. It's just the society we live in, Root Samurai. It's a culture thing. If the president can do it every day and get away with it, you can't expect random people on the internet to not also do it. Yeah, double Josu, God bless. Their archetype doesn't really have good answers to all of this. There's gonna be more games with this deck after this one. Yeah, I think so. Duress sounds great. It'll let me spot check for issues here. Yeah, but there's a chance this is a post-board game and my opponent didn't see that many creatures out of me. There's a chance that Ritual of Soot's no longer in their deck. which looks to be the case here. Good clean 20 ball. I don't think I want to change anything. I think I'm pretty happy with what we got. They weren't, like, technically dead. They had the Ravenous Chupacabra, but they weren't. They were going to die to the zombies. I think there's a good chance they just didn't have Ritual of Soot in their deck post-board. Now, this game for game 3, now that they've seen double Josu, they might bring Ritual of Soot back in if they didn't have it before. Disinformation campaign's a pretty big beating for this archetype. We don't really have, like, super meaningful ways to interact with it, which sucks. Duress is a pretty good hit here. Maybe we can stop them from surveilling. Oh, ain't that just poop regardless of how we cut it? I guess we take the erasure since it rebuys this. Both the things answer our Karn, which sucks for us. Just make you discard a card. Pick your least favorite and get rid of it. Ravenous Chupacabra killed the thing in a roundabout way. The classic double swamp Div Mizzet Grixis deck.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
The other one's going bye-bye. Eldest Reborn, Eldest Reborn, Eldest Reborn, Eldest Reborn. Tilt.
I will by humans regret that choice.
Does the opponent not have any shock lands? Uncertain. They don't have any shock lands this game. I don't remember the other games.
Oh, come on. I just want to peek. The weight is killing me.
The time has come.
Take the bait. Haha! You could argue, in fact, that I am a master at baiting.
Oh, bruised my ego too.
Got him. I have 8 mana.
is killing me.
Take that one. Sure he says. Thunk. Goes the weasel. Do 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 do. I do not look at spoilers midstream, so anything that's been spoiled today I have not looked at. I do not like it, Sam. I do not like it with the cat. Yeah, this is fine. Please, sir, I'll take my complimentary time out. Jesserel, thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. You have a Poliwag for your icon too. Poliwag's one of my favorites. Fun fact: the Politoad in my Pokemon Go party is named Twitch Chat. Before any of you try and yell at me that you don't deserve to be a Politoad, think about it. You know you do deserve to be a Politoad. What's going on, Dredge? Thanks for the 8-month resub there. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. I don't look at spoilers midstream because it's just like wasted energy. Turns into a lot of people like asking for rampant speculation that I can't give yet. Do we deserve to be number 6? That's fair. Listen, chat, you're the sixth most important people in my life, okay? There's Christy and the kids are 3 of my other ones, and then I have Matt and then Andrewd. Or Mike Kletz, as I know him. Woof. Okay, well, let's bottom that. We need a Vraska's Contempt here. I've tweeted and posted my friend code in Discord at various points. I think I have friend slots left. There's a upper limit to the number of friends you can have a Pokemon Go. I think I'm a couple under it, though. God bless my internet friends on Pokemon Go, by the way, though. 0% would be able to play Pokemon Go over the winter if they didn't send me presents.
Beg for mercy, sacrifices must be made.
You can't appeal timeouts because this isn't the US court system. This is real life, and real life's not fair. This is Sparta. This is a dictatorship, and I'm the dick. We're probably dead to this Cave of Eternity, if I had to venture a guess. I'm not sure that we can beat that going long. Pokemon Go level 32, I think? 32 sounds right. They draw step clicking me. That's what's currently happening. I'm getting draw step clicked. Huh, their hand must be really bad, huh?
Demise won't be quick or quiet.
Yeah, we found a use for this treasure cove after the fact. It's just good value right there. Good on you, Vraska.
I lead the Golgari now.
Why hand shuffle cards while I'm streaming? The same reason my leg bounces up and down when I sit in a chair, or I bounce back and forth while I'm standing. It's like a nervous twitch.
Sacrifices must be from time.
They have a Abzan Cave of Eternity in play. Lets them get back creatures endlessly. I guess if I like find my way to a Josu, if one of those, we can maybe win this race.
Sometimes sacrifice is necessary.
Alright, so this for 6 could maybe keep this Vraska off our back. Maybe I should have killed this and used this Banefire to kill Vraska. It's a very real possibility.
I don't die that easily.
Alright, that's a fortunate draw. It lets us get rid of this Jade Light permanently, which is nice. Are they gonna kill their Jade Light in response? It's about to get cast down. I think this is about to get cast down.
The ends justify.
Yeah, I agree. Getting their what's it called? Their bin's really valuable. I mean, do I like even want to ult this? It's like not it doesn't even really do anything, right? Because the treasures are gonna turn into cards later. I guess I actually want to just like, I probably just want to build up my mana and be able to Banefire them out of the game. I guess that probably means I don't want to sacrifice my swamps. 5 months until my real sword. Quarth, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back.
That's me.
Okay, I could do this.
I have faced worse than the likes of you. Ah, say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend. Oh, they have a Chupacabra in here from earlier. I totes forgot about their Chupacabra from earlier. Uh-oh. Are we dead? I think we just can't beat their value trade at this point. Just stumbled a little bit too much too early.
This will
That
not
got my
deter me.
attention.
That's true. We might be able to get there with the Banefires.
Disappear.
No, there's no Field of Runes. You need all of the swamps you can get to like make your Cabal Strongholds work. You don't always have time to like activate a Field of Rune. So every land I draw is plus 3 mana at this point. So this will be my 7th. And that makes 7 up to 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, one more Cabal does it. Right, suggest sideboard cards for Izzet-Drakes. I'd suggest looking at a bunch of different existing Izzet-Drake deck lists and finding cards that you think are reasonable. I haven't played that archetype a ton. I would just be deferring to what other people have played. I do not feel pain. Did we ditch a stronghold earlier? We did not. Did we bottom it? I feel like I saw one earlier. Yeah, I did see one earlier. So one of them's in my deck. I wonder if I down-tick Karn, get the compass, and use the compass to shuffle my deck to put that other one back in. Probably not unreasonable. That's a pretty good one, too. Morning, Bob. Kick it! Thunk.
Please do not do that.
Please do not do that. I am Karn. I do feel pain. I'm a liar. Well, I can demise after too. I very much have the city's blessing. In fact, Josu is almost the blessing on his own.
Everyone is expendable.
Yeah, Vraska ult just got super relevant. We've played a few different artifact deck lists on stream before. I don't know that I'd say there's a lot of them out there. Oh yeah, I do want to shuffle with the compass. Good call. Almost forgot. Thank you. And we want to shuffle because we had explicitly put one of our other 2 Cabal Strongholds in the bottom of the deck. If they don't pressure my Vraska here, she's gonna ult and then Josu's gonna kill them. The Banefire is also threatening lethal, but Vraska's threatening lethal as well. She ults at 9, and then all of these have menace. I mean, Dr. Seuss isn't part of my generation. I'm not actually sure how old Dr. Seuss originates to, but I'd imagine they're part of my parents' generation, if not older. I can't believe we outgrown the Journey to Eternity there. World War II with Seuss, that sounds right. Extra Josu. Don't we all just need more Josu in our lives, chat? Don't we all need more Josu in our lives? Leave a couple Reborns in just because it's a win condition. I agree. This deck has a lot of legs to it. It's got a lot of good tools and a lot of different matchups. All of Seuss's most famous works is from the 50s, more or less. Yeah, sounds right. Sure. I mean, to be fair, digital magic is just like infinitely more watchable than paper magic, right? Like paper, as someone who loves paper magic to a degree, as far as content is concerned, especially digital, like I think even Magic Online tends to be more watchable than paper magic, and Arena is just light years ahead of anything paper magic can do. I think new Kaya could be a win con. My article tomorrow on Cool Stuff Inc. is going to talk about my thoughts on Kaya, as well as a few other things in Standard with the new set. Maybe I shouldn't have cut some Ritual of Soot. Their start's pretty aggressive here. Yeah, if you're in the subs Discord, my article is linked in there as well in the article preview section. The full preview is not out yet. They're gonna get Journey to Eternity going again here, which really sucks for us. Would like to draw Vraska's Contempt, so that way after they slap Eternity on one of these, I can exile it. Full preview is supposed to be on the 11th, I believe, so 3 days from now. Alright. Survey says that was the wrong land to play. That's what the survey says. Survey says I should have played a swamp there because I have Cabal Stronghold. And I could be ramping next turn, but now I can't because I'm an idiot. Don't be dumb, Jeff. Do I go to pre-releases? I do not go to pre-releases. I just don't really enjoy playing limited. That's brutal. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just giving our opponent a lesson in why Journey to Eternity is unplayable. We're all about teaching on this channel. And this is actually this is important. If I would have played the correct land instead of this mountain, I could have played this Cabal Stronghold this turn, and then I wouldn't have to lose 2 treasures to play this Eldest Reborn, which is a big deal. You can see lots of videos of us trying Journey to Eternity in different shells on my YouTube channel if you want to see my thoughts on Journey to Eternity firsthand. But basically the TLDR is that the setup for Journey to Eternity is too much work and is counteracted by too many cards in the format like Lava Coil and Vraska's Contempt, while the payoff that you ultimately get for it doesn't outweigh how difficult it is to get set up. Not only Lava Coil and Vraska's Contempt, but Seal Away, Ixalan's Binding, Settle the Wreckage. There's good cards in almost every color that mess with it. Let's see if they mess up and play the Elf here. If they play the Elf, the Eldest Reborn takes the card out of their hand. Alright, good line. Yeah, you could also just kill the creature while the Journey's on the stack. Lot of ways to make it go poorly. Well, I'm currently in a pretty bad spot, and I'd be in a much better spot if I had an extra draw. But I don't have an extra draw because I sequenced my lands wrong. And we're dead, right? Yeah, I don't have anything meaningful that I can get with this. Just into their 6/6. So I get to draw another card here if I had sequenced better earlier. No, I just don't think that's true, Rump of Steel. I think even with easier payoffs, you're still just gonna be pretty mediocre on average a lot of the time. What's going on, Crazy Cat Man? Hope you get better. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Just run it back. Real bad. This hand is okay, but needs a second land. Yeah, we've played Journey to Eternity a bunch on the stream. We've played it in a bunch of different shells with a bunch of different cards to help enable it. And the takeaway has always been the same. It's the takeaway I just gave you, which is the cards that you're forced to play and the things that you have to do to enable Journey to Eternity are awkward, and the amount of awkward that they are doesn't outweigh what the power level that you get when you finally pull it off. When you're jumping through hoops to do something strange, you need to make sure the thing that you're getting at the end of the strange of the hoops you're jumping through is worth the effort that you put forth. You can concede if we miss a land drop here. Alright, well, we're in it. In it to win it. Probably have to cast down something here. I just need to do that. I'm actually not going to scry during this upkeep because if I draw a land, I want to be able to Ritual of Soot. Sure, the future Journey decks get better, but everything else gets better too, Rump. Everything gets potentially better with a bigger card pool. And things that could prey on these, decks that are like, have spot removal and have exile removal, those decks likely get better too. So it's not a net, this has to just be better with the new set. There's a lot of variables and factors that go into determining like what's reasonable and why. So if I pop the treasure map, I get 3 clues, which would then let me, treasures, whatever they're called, which would let me Ritual of Soot plus cast down the Find Broker to not take a hit. But I'm like, I'm so low on resources, right? I think I'm gonna pop this, bottom that, and just Ritual of Soot here and take a hit down to 2. Plan to keep these to draw some cards. Well, I mean, the payoffs are a big part of it, ADH. Because, like, if the payoffs are worth the trouble going through to flip it, then it's worth doing, right? So, like, it's worth jumping through some hoops if your payoff is huge. But if your payoff is mediocre, the hoops aren't worth jumping through. Fire. Thanks. I agree with that assessment too. You jump through the hoops that your graveyard only has the hoops as targets. Am I exiling this? I think I'm just ritualisting it. Maybe we can survive and flip this treasure map and then generate some card advantage and get back in here. The problem is we spent so much time and we're dead. I have 2 Eldest Reborns in my deck. And at the end of the day, we lost the game, not because my opponent had Journey to Eternity, a bunch of bad cards to enable it, but we lost the game because they were just green-black, right? Like, they played a bunch of Explore creatures and then cast Carnage Tyrant. Feels hexproof, man. Awkward. Alright. I don't think I have... This Banefire list is the one we've been playing for a hot second here. This is card for card. The list that's on my website. I don't think I would change anything after that set. I think it feels pretty reasonable and balanced. Ever since we added the discoveries, I haven't made changes to this. I've been happy with the configuration that we've been at. So, if you're looking to play this archetype, this card for card list you can find on my website. You have this deck for a little over an hour there. You'll be able to find that replay along with lots of other replays.